Hello, I'm Thomas Holy. I'm from the Computer Center of AMU, and I'd like to briefly introduce you to some basic things that you may find useful for the beginning of your studies, such as where to find study plans and how to navigate and in the study system. We have one more video that breaks down these topics in more detail, so I'll throw a link in the caption here for you to watch if you're interested. So let's take a look together at where to find your study plans. It is best if you go to Start Amuzizi. And roughly in the middle, you'll find a tile, Study Plans. You click on that. Oh, and it'll take you to the curriculum pages where you just need to choose your faculty, department, and then your specific program of study. You'll see a sort of table, a sort of timetable of all your items that you have to complete. You have the subjects here divided by year. First year, second year, third year. And by semester, winter semester, summer term, and so on. Then the courses are further divided into different groups for clarity, such as compulsory core courses, compulsory electives, and so on. Here I would like to show you an important figure, and that is the total number of credits. Here, for example, in this curriculum, there are 180. That is the number of credits that you must have at the end of your studies in order to be admitted to the state examination. If you don't, then your studies are over and you're not going any further. You can't take the state exam, so you need to watch that. I guess that's about the curriculum. Let me show you one more thing to get your bearings. Here you see the subject code, then the name of the subject, and then the scope of the subject, and also the ending, whether it ends with an exam or a credit. You can see how many credits it's worth, and if you hover over it, it will show you the range of how challenging the course is. So that would be the curriculum in a nutshell. And now, how to get into the study system. So you have two options. Either you go to start.amu.cis and here you select the course tile, or go to the school website or your faculty website, amu.cz, and here in the login section, it is the first course option. Here, if you click on it and log into the system, you'll get this splash page where the first thing you see is some basic information about your studies and some important data. Dates. And then at the bottom, there's nothing here right now, but at the bottom you might see some more announcements from the study department, and that's how the study department also communicates with you through the homepage of this KOS homepage, to remind you of any important deadlines or important info about your studies. So the first thing we'll look at is your profile. If you go to the other menu, here's where you'll find personal information. And this is where you see all the personal information the school has on you. That means you can look at your photo, you can change your photo as well. Then there's some contact details and then other details that the school knows about you. Typically, you can change those contact details by clicking on the Change Personal Details button. And if I click on that, I can change my own private email, phone number, bank details. I can only put my Czech bank and then my contact address. If I choose my private address here. I can still set whether my email address, whether the emails that come to my school email address should be forwarded to my private email address. If I check it or uncheck it, I can set that. Then we'll take a look at the Others tab. A confirmation of study. You might find that useful too, confirmation of studies. You don't necessarily have to physically go to the Student Services Department to have them print out a certificate of study, but if you go here, you can generate one directly here in KOS. It goes like this. I select the period for which I want to generate a study certificate. I click on the Generate button and a PDF will appear here showing me the study confirmation. This is what it looks like. I can send it somewhere or print it out. And now let's look at the minutes, course enrollment. That's what this menu subjects is here for, and I have a couple of options for how I can enroll in a course in KOS. Either I write down the subject by code. That means I'll look up the course code in the study plans. I'll put it in here and I'll put enroll. The course will enroll me. Or the other option is to enroll in the course according to the study plan. This is where I see my study plan. I choose a group of courses from the electives and I can choose specific courses here and enroll. Once I have those courses enrolled, this is where it changes. Instead of enroll, I can also drop the course, cancel it. Or another option is then enrollment from the course menu. That means I can write down what subject I'm looking for. For example, history, and I see 3 subjects I can write down. One last option is to enroll according to the schedule. Here's my schedule. And I see I'm quite free on Wednesday, for example. So I'd like to take an elective there. So I'm going to pick a Wednesday from 8 to 12, for example. I'll check what's taught on Wednesdays in that range. And again, KOS will show me what subjects are taught. And I can click here again to enroll. So that's the subjects and the subject enrollment. I can also enroll to modules. I can find modules here in the subjects menu and here modules. Here I see either a listing of modules that are available or that I have enrolled. A module is kind of a one-time course. Typically, it is that, for example, a famous person from abroad comes to Prague and the school arranges a workshop with him and lists it as a module. I can sign up for it, I can go to the lecture, listen to it, and get credit for it. So it's a module, it's a one-off course, and it can come up at any time during the semester, and it doesn't have to be in that term of the registration period. So those are modules. Then we'll look at enrollment and exam dates. This is what the credit and exam menu is for here. Let's look at the first option right away. And here I would see, if I select a subject and I put select a term, I would see here, now the terms are not here, but if there were any terms entered, I would see here in this table all the exam or credit terms. For that course, and I could look at that term here. On this form, log in, click the login button. Then we'll look at the course evaluations. Evaluation of subjects you can find again in the subjects menu. It's the very last evaluation option. And here you can rate the courses you've taken or already passed. I have one course here for now. I click on the Evaluate button and I just fill out the evaluation of that course, how I like the course, how satisfied I am with the teaching or the teacher, and then I can submit the evaluation here. The evaluation is anonymous, so please don't worry about it. Feel free to evaluate. The department will be very happy if you do. And then we'll take a look at one more option, and that's study results. Study results, and here in this table you will see all the courses, in which year and in which semester you have completed them, and also what grade you have received, or if you have been got credit or not. Here you can see an overall overview of your studies, and you can even generate it. To PDF. And the last thing we'll look at is the enrollment for the next academic year. You can find that under the other menu, and it's the academic year, next academic year option. And if you finish the first year, for example, and want to apply for the second year, just use this form. This is where you tick it and let them know you want to apply for the next academic year. This is where you fill out the application. You will then let the study department know that you want to enroll for the next year, and the study department will then enroll you. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. We showed you where to find study plans and basic information about the KOS study system, how to register for courses, etc. And if you're interested in other things or more in detail, how what works or how you can enroll and how to work with the schedule and so on. So you can find that in the more detailed video that I'm going to put in the description here.